all, I want to apologize if there is any random noises you hear. It's kind of loud outside tonight, and if the lighting is off, because this is my first time filming this year, so yeah. This is just going to be a quick introductory because I am starting my declutter series and reorganization. I actually started doing this last year and I completely failed on getting back into YouTube. So the first video that you see is actually from like 6 months ago. I got rid of more than half of my collection between this last time and this current time. So there's going to be 4 parts to my declutter series. The first episode is going to be, like I said, the last 6 months. I mean, like 6 months ago. The second one is going to be everything but palettes. Third one is going to be all my eyeshadow palettes. And then the fourth video is going to be how I organize my much smaller makeup collection. So without further ado, I'm going to just pop up the clips from 6 months ago. So I'm starting with a mishmash of sort of liners, primers, single shadows, ColourPop stuff. I have another pile off to the side, which you can barely see up there in the corner. But I'm going to try to go through all this pretty quickly just because I'm not keeping a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to start with my container of, these are like pencil liners and some liquid liners and some face stamps, stuff like that. So I'm going to start by keeping things that are fairly new to me, which would be the ColourPop Nightmare Before Christmas, the stamps. This is the spider stamp from their Hocus Pocus collection. Heart stamp. I think I'm missing one, yep. So keeping all the Hocus Pocus ones, all the face stamps, I'm keeping those. This is a fairly new one to me. This is the Tinkerbell in the shade Lost Girl. It's actually really pretty, like taupey silver. Really like that one, so I'm keeping that one. I have quite a few in here that are old. This one, Makeup Geek Black, one of my favorite blacks, I'm keeping that. This is a Wet n Wild liquid liner. I'm going to keep that. I got that all on my finger. I love reds. I love putting red in my waterline. So these two are from ColourPop. And then this one is from Beauty Creations, which they're all lovely shades of red, different undertones, but this last one, is Venus, is probably my favorite. It's a little bit darker, and I think it's pretty, not pretty old, but yeah. So Beauty Creations is a little bit lighter. It's from the Cherry line, a little bit darker, and then this one is the deepest. So definitely keeping those. Big fan of those. I'll be getting rid of this Lunar Liner one. It's not bad, but this company doesn't exist anymore because the owner is actually pretty freaking terrible, which I'll talk about more when I get to their palettes. These are all from Beauty Creations. I just got them this year, so I'm going to hold on to them. This is new to me. This is Honey Girl from ColourPop. I haven't really used it yet, so I'm going to hold on to that. This is one of my favorite liquid liners. I'm going to keep that. I also have a backup, so definitely holding on to those. I think I'm going to get rid of the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I just had this for quite a long time, and this is all about getting rid of old stuff. This one is ColourPop Puppy, one of my favorites, like a corally orange. Very pretty. Definitely holding on to that. I love that, just smudged in the waterline. Also, these two are from the Raw Beauty Christy and ColourPop collab. Definitely holding on to them. They are gorgeous colors. I have a Makeup Geek nude liner, another favorite, keeping that. I have these ABH Norvina, the liner, water activated liner, whatever they're called. I'm going to keep these. I do enjoy using them. I just don't use them as often as I probably should. More Beauty Creations, gonna hold on to those. Apparently I have 2 nude liners from Makeup Geek, so definitely holding on to both of those. I'm going to get rid of this lash liner from KVD Beauty, whatever they're called now. It's a very weird wand, and I just didn't enjoy the formula. Urban Decay, this is the Urban Decay stick. I don't know what it's called, but it's in the shade Freak. actually really like the color. This thing does not want to stay focused. I'm definitely going to be keeping that. I have these sticks from the ColourPop Powerpuff Girl set. I'm going to hold on to those because I haven't had too much time playing with them. This is ColourPop Graceland. It's pretty old. It's not really coming off white too much. I'm going to pass it on. It's also not my favorite white. Milk Star stamp, so I'm going to keep that even though it stains pretty horribly. I think I'm also going to get rid of this one. This is Try Me by ColourPop. They dry out pretty quick. It's an older formula. I've also had it for a very long time. I'm just going to speed it up because I have a bunch to go through. ColourPop Dirty Talk, I think I'm going to hold on to that. I'll hold on to my Linda Hallberg ones and most of my ColourPop ones. This is an Anastasia metallic one. I'm going to get rid of that just because it's really old. This one is extra frosting. This one's actually really pretty in the waterline. It's like a pale yellow. Makeup Geek navy liner. Really enjoyed that. I'm going to get rid of this one by Pixie. It's just another navy color. The e.l.f. and J. Kissa one. I love this blue. And like, oh, it's just so old, but I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to get rid of this one by Pixie. It's just a brown shade. I'm going to get rid of my NYX Jumbo sticks because they're really old. And I'm going to get rid of a lot of my Urban Decay ones because they are super old. This one's in Demolition. And I'm going to keep this ColourPop one in Electric Daisy No Crossed, which is just a really pretty neon color. These ones from Urban Decay are from the Jean-Michel Basquiat collection. And yeah, from like 2016. Definitely getting rid of this one from Milk. It's just a terrible liner. Another jumbo pencil from NYX, getting rid of that. Here's the other one from Raw Beauty Kirsty and ColourPop. Gonna need to keep that one. Again, I'm keeping my Linda Hallberg ones. These are 3 more Pixie ones. I think this one's a black, a brown, and a purple. Gonna get rid of those. Sorry, no, this one's the nude one. I'm gonna get rid of these pencils. They are pretty old. Urban Decay. I'm also going to get rid of this one even though it's almost gone. It's just super old, and no matter how many times I sharpen it, I always get stuck in the eye with the pencil tip, so not into that. New liner from ColourPop, going to keep that. One from Wet n Wild, I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to keep this one, Castello, from ColourPop. I think all these are ColourPop. Yeah, all that's left is ColourPop. I'm going to really get rid of some. This one's from the Zoella collection. That one's a pretty dark brown. That one's Piggy Bank. I really enjoy Piggy Bank. I don't really reach for Get Paid. I'll keep Swerve, and I'll keep that purple one. Zulu's pretty. I don't really reach for Punch. I'll keep the white one. I'll keep the silver because I got rid of the Anastasia one. I think I'll get rid of the Overboard one. Prance is really pretty. I'm going to get rid of Teaspoon. It wasn't my favorite. This bright orange wasn't. Neither was these ones. So these are the last of the ColourPop ones that I am getting rid of. So this is what I'm left with. I didn't get rid of too much, but I use eyeliners almost every day I do my makeup. So I have a couple of drawers like this. I'm just going to go through each drawer individually, not necessarily by what product it is. This one's going to be pretty fast to get through because I'm not keeping like 80% of this. This is like indie brand stuff. Only one brand in here still exists, which is the by Maylops ones. So I'm going to keep all of these ones by the, I can't pronounce the brand. By Maylops. These are loose pigments, and then in this container it's water activated liners. So these ones I'm definitely going to hold on to. Everything else though is going to be gone. So on this side, these were Hey Glisten products. Hey Glisten disbanded earlier this year, and my years kind of blend all together. These are Astroliners from what was formerly Lunar Skies Beauty, and as I said before, I'm getting rid of everything Lunar Skies. This was a highlighter. I'm just saying goodbye to all this. I'm saying goodbye to all this Take Gloss and stuff. Not just because they are no longer a thing, but these are pretty old, and even though they are glitters, I don't reach for glitter as much as I used to anymore, and I don't know if I will when it's in this loose form. And this last section here is the brand went through like I don't know how many different name changes, but Angel Empire Cosmetics, Kitten Cosmetics, I don't really know. I love these, but like a lot of these glitter gels and stuff, they're just super old. They were some of my favorites to use. Like this Fairy Guts one was super pretty, but it's all old. I might hold on to these lashes and maybe cut them up for bottom lashes, but everything else is gonna go. Alright, this is mainly ColourPop stuff. I am actually thinking about getting rid of majority of these. These are the gel pot liners. I just don't reach for them, and I've had them for going on I don't know how many years now, so I'm going to keep the red one because that's one I use frequently. I'm going to keep the black, I'm going to keep the white, and I think I'm going to get rid of everything else. As for these are the single shock shadows. I am definitely going to get rid of at least these front row because they are really old. And I don't reach for these as much as I used to. Like this one, super pretty, is Telepathy. I think Kathleen Lights worked on it with them. But a lot of these are dried out. This one was one of my favorite waddles. It was like a more matte one. I love them, but I don't reach for them, and they're super old. These four I think I will just keep because they are Raw Beauty Christy, but I honestly haven't like dragged them out in like the longest time. But out of that drawer, keeping 7 items. I'm not going to be getting rid of any of these. These are just the Beauty Creations little liner pods. I got the color wheel set with them, so I'm going to keep everything from them. I'm still trying them out even though I've had them for the longest time. And there's going to be some single shadows and glitters. On the side here, these are the Anastasia loose pigments, and then the rest are glitters. This is the gel liner from Pretty Vulgar Cosmetics. I'm going to get rid of that. Super old. The Sugar Pill single shadows. They are old, but shadows stay pretty good for longer. I'm going to hold on to those for sure. I've had this Milani Bella White shadow since like the start of me doing makeup. It's time to say goodbye to it, but it is a lovely white. This is one of my favorite shadows, and I don't reach for it. It's the SGH. I believe this is from the Kristen Leanne collab. I'm going to get rid of it just because it is so old and I don't follow her anymore, so I'm going to toss that. Same with this. This is from Tarte. It is just a green liner. Wasn't my favorite. Didn't like it. This though, I freaking love this, but it's really old and it doesn't perform the same as it used to. But this was one of their chrome paint pots. This was in Fire Dancer. Beautiful, beautiful red, but super old. This is from Shiro Cosmetics. I've had this forever. I'm going to toss it. It's a loose pigment. I am going to be getting rid of this glitter from e.l.f. Maybe. No, that glitter is really pretty. No, I'll hold on to that glitter. I will be getting rid of the BH Cosmetics glitter because this is super old. I know glitter doesn't really go bad. I just don't use it. I am going to be getting rid of these NYX glitters. I'm going to get rid of this little glitter from Makeup Geek. And I'm going to get rid of this pigment from ColourPop. It's a really pretty yellow. I just don't use it. As for these ones, these are the Anastasia ones, and I love the hearts. Okay, the hearts are like my favorite. And like these colors are so pretty. I think some of these are from the Halloween one. But they're so pretty. I have these ones all look the same, but they're from holiday one year. I think I'm going to hold on to these, and then I'm definitely going to hold on to the loose pigments, whatever they're called. Yeah, loose pigments, because they are gorgeous. So all the Anastasia stuff I'm going to keep. There's that. Not too much of a dent, but enough where I'm happy. So next up I have mascaras. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. A lot of them are super old. These ones in my hand I keep in my everyday drawer, but I'm going to get rid of most of these. I have a mini of the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I'm going to be getting rid of that because it's dried out. I'm going to be getting rid of the Fenty one because it is way too old to be using on my eyes. This is the ColourPop colored one in the red one. Left on Red, that's what it's called. I love this, but it dried out so quick on me. Still been enjoying the Bite one. I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit longer. It's still good. This is one I recently opened, the Act Natural from ColourPop, keeping that. I am gonna get rid of the Essence Lash Princess. I like it, but I just don't reach for it, and it's quite old. This is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I love this. It's on its last legs, but I think I just need to say goodbye to it because I don't need it. It's old. It's really old. And this is the Big Mood one from e.l.f. Still pretty new. I'm going to hold on to it even though I don't think I like it. Obviously, I have a couple in here that haven't been opened, so I'm just going to put these off to the side because I am going to hold on to them. I have two from Wet n Wild, ColourPop, black on black one. This is a travel size from Ela, and an Urban Decay Perversion full size. I also have this Kosas, however you say it, one that I'm gonna hold on to. Everything else though, I'm going to get rid of. This is the Lash It Loud one from e.l.f. Didn't really like it. Pure Fully Charged. Again, these are just really old. Tarte Gifted, super old, and all these I've held on to from when they first launched. And that is saying something. Gonna get rid of those. And that is all I'm left with. So these are some of my bases. I have the Beauty Creations ones. I'm gonna keep those. I'm gonna keep the NYX glitter primer because I use that quite frequently. I'm almost done with this eye primer from Anastasia. I also have a little backup in here. I am going to get rid of the Smashbox one and this Wet n Wild one because they are super old. I'm also going to be getting rid of the Urban Decay one. This was like a sample size and I've held on to it for far too long. I have this glitter glue from Anastasia. I'm going to hold on to that. And I have this Dosa Colors topper that I'm going to hold on to. And I also have a mini glitter adhesive from Anastasia, so holding on to that. Eventually I will narrow down on these ones that I don't want to keep, but so far so good. I have a box that I'm throwing everything in, and that's how full it is for just the first round of this Declutter series. Alright, so I'm going to start with probably my concealers, and I'll go into powders and primers, and then I'll pull out all my foundations because I'm actually not keeping a lot of this. For primers, I actually only have 5, and I'm going to keep 3 of these. One being the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which I really love. This is the Smashbox Primerizer one. I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to keep the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. I'm going to keep these 3. And I'm going to get rid of these 2. This one is from the brand CYO, which does not exist anymore. And this is from ColourPop, the Pretty Fresh one. It turned a weird color. I don't know if it's supposed to be this color, but I never used it. I've had it since... It's been a year since I've had it, but it turned this color pretty quickly after getting it, so I'm just going to toss it. As for powder, I'm going to keep a handful of these. This is the Anastasia one in the shade Vanilla. I'm going to keep this one because it's one that I'm using every day to use it up. I have not touched this stuff in the longest time. The RC May No Color Powder, it was all the rage in like 2016, 2017, maybe even earlier. I'm getting rid of it. I used to use this like every single day, and I only made that much of a dent in it. This is a pressed powder from Wet n Wild. It is too dark for me. It is in the shade Warm Light. I mean, it's not bad powder, but again, it's wrong shade for me, and it's super old. I have this Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. This one I'm going to get rid of just because, again, it is really old, and I used it a couple times and I didn't really like it. I have this little one from e.l.f. This one is fairly new to me. I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to hold on to it. Same with these Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. I have Dew Me and Brighten Up. I'm going to hold on to those, and I also have this, the face palette, brightening and setting palette. I haven't used it, but I am going to hold on to it because I just got this year. So only keeping about 5 products. Moving on to concealer, I am going to pull out what I use every day, well, I'm rotating every day, which are these 5 concealers. So I have 2 from the Wet n Wild Incognito ones. These are almost finished. I have 2 different shades. I have the Anastasia concealer, the Urban Decay Stay Naked, and then the Oma Beauty Stay Woke one. I like all of these. This one is my current favorite. These ones are next, and I really love the Oma one. For the Naked one, I'm just trying to get through it. These are all concealers that I bought and haven't used yet. So I have backups of the Incognito one because I really do like it. I picked up the backup one when it was half off before it went out of business. This one is really good, but I like the Incognito one more. I have a ColourPop No Filter concealer in, this is the white shade. I have the Beauty Bakery Instant Bake one in Nice Cream, which I think was the lightest shade. And then I have two of the concealers from Kylie Cosmetics, but I think they're reformulated. I don't know. They're like $5 when I got them, so I'm gonna hold on to all these. I don't really have anything to say. I'm gonna get rid of my Jeffree Star ones. I haven't used them in, I don't know, the longest time. This is the e.l.f. Original Camo Concealer. I'm going to get rid of this one because I like the hydrating one a lot more. The Milani Conceal Imperfect one isn't bad. It was too thick on me and I didn't like the shade. The Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of the ColourPop Pretty Fresh one because it just did not work with my skin. This is from Makeup Obsession. It's a white one. I wanted to keep it, but it just smells like straight paint, and I didn't like the way that it felt on my skin. And these ones are from Rare Beauty. I'm actually going to get rid of these because they are from when they first launched, and they do not work for my skin. So basically keeping all new, and then stuff I am using up now. I did not realize that I had so many foundations, but apparently I do. So I'm going to be very quick with this because a lot of these are super old and I don't wear foundation much at all anymore, especially because I still wear my mask and I've just been super lazy. These are the Milani Screen Queen foundations. I got two different shades. I did not like these, so I'm just going to toss them. These are the ColourPop No Filter foundations. I'm going to get rid of them. Didn't like them on my skin, and they are about 2 years old. This one I actually really liked, and I will hopefully be able to pick this up again next time I'm in maybe Indiana. That's where I got it before. This is the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation. Maybe I'll just order it online. Whatever. This is actually a really great foundation and it's only like $5, but it's super old. This is the Oma Beauty Stay Watt foundation. I love this, but it is super old and a lot of this that I've tried putting on my skin has broken me out because it is so old. This is the CYO Long Lasting foundation. I love this foundation, but the brand doesn't exist anymore and it's really old. This is a foundation that I absolutely love. It's the Foundsealer one from Tarte. Is that right? The Babysilla one? Whatever. I love this stuff. I actually just bought one on Black Friday because I knew I was going to be replacing this because I love it that much. This is the Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. Still did not like it. Don't really care for the Shape Tape line at Tarte. Don't really care much for Tarte. Love this foundation though. Don't really care much about the rest. I am going to keep the Dose Colors Know Your Hue, Meet Your Hue, whatever it's called. It is light enough for me and I am still testing out the formula. It's not that old. This is a newer purchase for me. This is the KVD Beauty Good Apple Foundation. I finally got my hands on it. It took so long, so I'm definitely going to keep that. I 100% regret buying this because I could not get it to work for my skin no matter what. It looked okay some days, other days just straight no. Just no. The Anastasia foundation, I really do like these. Not my favorite, but I'm going to hold on to them because I still get use out of them when I do use them. And this is the Wet n Wild Cushion foundation. I really do like this one. The shade was a little too yellow on me, but it is a nice foundation. Shade range isn't the best, but again, super old. This is the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I actually like this. I'm going to hold on to it because it's not that old. Same with the Bite Change Makeup Foundation. I probably should replace this one soon, but I really do like this one and it works pretty well on my skin. This one, I think I just bought it this year and I haven't given it much of a try, so I'm going to hold on to this one to try it out a little bit more. And this was a primer that got mixed in. This is the Dominique Cosmetics and JD Weighty 180. I'm going to keep this because I do like it. It's actually really nice under foundations. I'm going to hold on to the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromanic Tinted Glow Hydrator. I don't think it's that hydrating, but I am going to test it out a couple more times to get the feel if I actually want to keep it. This I bought and haven't used yet. It's the Oma C, it's the Oma line that's at Walmart, and this is only like $10 or $15. It's supposed to be pretty similar to the Stay What one, but I think it's more hydrating. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna hold on to this to test it out. I should probably get rid of this one because it is over a year old at this point, but I really like this. I love the finish of it. It's actually the foundation I wore for my wedding. It's the Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation from ColourPop. So just for nostalgia, I'm going to hold on to it for now. I will be getting rid of the Rare Beauty foundation. It just did not work for my skin and it separated pretty badly. I'm going to get rid of this Pacifica one. It wasn't terrible, but again, it's super old. And it was a little bit heavy on my skin, but I would probably purchase it again just to try it out again. I will be getting rid of this CoverGirl Skin Milk Foundation, whatever it's called. Didn't really care for it, and their porcelain shade is not light enough for me. This is the Milk Flex Stick Foundation thing. I love this. I'm going to keep it. It still works for my skin. I'm actually going to get rid of this one. I thought I was going to keep it. It's the Wet n Wild Foundation Stick. It's a little too dry on me, and I think that's just because it's old. I will be getting rid of this Nude Sticks one. It's supposed to be a tinted moisturizer, and it just did not work for my skin. And this one is the, oh wow, that's super dark. This is the ColourPop foundation stick. I'm going to get rid of that because I didn't realize that was so dark. Oh, I'd say overall that is definitely a lot better than what I had, and I will probably cut this down even more shortly after the new year, just because I'm going to test these out a little bit more to really narrow down what I like and don't like. But I'm pretty happy with that. This completes this little face section of my declutter series. Alright, so this next section is hopefully going to go by quickly because I'm actually not holding on to a lot of my lip products because they are so old. And if I'm being honest, lip products are not typically my favorite just because I hate my lips, but it is what it is. So this is too much. I'm hoping I can condense this down to one of the smaller containers. So I'm going to just take some of these down so we can work one container at a time. Right off the bat, I know I'm going to keep all these. These are from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, whatever they're called. I really do like this formula. I have a couple from the Nude collection and then from, I don't know if this is the Blush or Love collection, I don't fucking know. In the same container, I had these roller balls from ColourPop and the Powerpuff Girls. For now, I'm going to hold on to them, but I never really used these as a kid. When I was more of a tomboy, so I didn't really play with makeup and stuff, but I'm going to hold on to those. I have 2 lip liners from Jaclyn Hill. I'm going to keep those. I have these Cloud Pouts from Wet n Wild. I think I have more of these, but I'm definitely going to keep these. I just bought them this year, and I really like the formula on them. And I have these 3 from ColourPop. I have no idea what happened to this lid, so I'm going to get rid of it. This is the Trust Me one. It's a Matte X one. This was one of my favorites, but it's super dry. I have Cookie, which, not a bad color, but not one that I typically go for anymore. And then this one is Lumiere. This is with Kathleen Lights. Beautiful color, but I don't remember if this was my super old one, so I'm gonna get rid of all these. And I have this Urban Decay one. It's the shade Naked. I think this one's fairly new. Yeah, I just recently got this one, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. This one's new too. This is the Watch Your Sign from Urban Decay. It's their new packaging. I really like that color. Of course I like it. I bought it. Definitely gonna hold on to that one. I have these 3 from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection with ColourPop. Definitely gonna hold on to these because, again, I just got them. And then just got them, I mean, whenever the collection came out, that's when I got them. I have this one from Milani. It's in the shade Lustful. I'm I'm gonna get rid of that one. I'm not too much of a fan of that color. And then I have this little lip balm from Rare Beauty. It's quite old and I didn't really like it, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Moving on quickly. So in here I have all these from Dominique Cosmetics. I love Dominique Cosmetics. I love the eyeshadows. I am not going to hold on to most of these though. I really like this darker shade. It's called Heartbeat. I'm going to hold on to that one. I'm going to hold on to this one, which is Love Drop, I think. I'm going to hold on to this one, which is Babe, which is like a nudie one. These three though I'm going to get rid of. These are two lip glosses from Anastasia. I'm going to hold on to them. They're just simple glosses. One's clear and one has like gold shift in it. I'm gonna hold on to those. Jesus, these are so old. These are the ColourPop and Zoella collab. Definitely gonna get rid of those. And these are from the Disney Designer Princess collection. They are the Luxe Liquid Lip. I'm gonna get rid of these because I didn't really like them. I have these from Rare Beauty. I'm actually gonna get rid of all of them because I wasn't a fan of the formula of these. And then this one was just a like colored balm. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna definitely hold on to these glosses. This one is like one of my favorite glosses. Glacier from ColourPop and Raw Beauty Kirsty. And then Wildflower is a super pretty like pale pink. This is a gloss in Enchantment from Lunar Beauty. I'm going to hold on to that one because it's one of my favorite glosses. I think the rest of this stuff I'm going to get rid of. This is from Black Moon Cosmetics in the shade Luna. It's very pretty. I just have had it since it launched, which is a long time ago. Same with this. This is from the Dose of Colors and, oh my god, what are their names? Desi and Katie collection. Super, super pretty. But super old. This is the Moonchild gloss from ColourPop. I think Kathleen Lights did that one, but again, it's old. This is one of their villain ones. I'm gonna get rid of that. And then this one is from Lunar Skies Cosmetics. Again, not a thing anymore. And these ones are from Anastasia. They are both lip glosses, but they're a little too, the color ones are a little too thick for my liking. Moving right along. I have this one from Makeup Geek. I really like this shade, but it's really old, and I actually don't think the shade looks that great on me. This one's fairly new. This is from, I don't know. It's a really pretty shade. I'm going to hold on to that one. It's a cute heart shape. This is from Believe Beauty. I've had this since, I don't know, a long time ago. I'm going to get rid of that one. This one is from Anastasia. It's Dead Roses. I mainly got it because I really like the name, but it's a super drying matte, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Safe Word. I really like this one from Urban Decay. One of my favorites. Beautiful color. Super old. And this one is Oblivion from Urban Decay. It's more of a cool tone, like grayish. Super pretty. Super old. These ones are from the ColourPop Disney collab. I am going to get rid of them. I had Cinderella, Belle, and Ariel. I haven't used them since my last declutter. I have this red from e.l.f. If I'm going for this type of red though, I like a liquid lip because I don't like how slippery reds can get. This is a peach from Flower Beauty. It's really pretty, but I haven't reached for it in the longest time. This is one of my favorite. It's the Hourglass, and you know what they're called, Stilo ones. This is in Peacemaker. Beautiful shade, beautiful formula. Way too old. I have these 4 mini ones from Anastasia. I don't reach for them. I think 2 are matte and 2 are like shiny, and I'm just not into that. They are beautiful, but I don't need them. Oh, liners. I have, this is a matte lip color from e.l.f. Beautiful deep red, but I'm not gonna hold on to that one. This is Rocket from ColourPop. I think I'm gonna get rid of that one since I don't reach for it. All the Zoella ones I'm going to get rid of, even though they are beautiful. This one is from Melt. It is the shade Nudist. I'm gonna keep that one. I wore this on my wedding day. I have a lippy stick. This is Oh Snap from ColourPop. Really pretty shade. I just don't reach for these anymore. And then these are liners from Wet n Wild. I'm going to get rid of both of them because they're old. And then this one is Cabaret from NYX, and it's a wooden one. not overly that much of a fan of the wooden ones. And then I also have these from the Lizzie McGuire and ColourPop collab. I'm going to hold on to them. I think they are plumping glosses. I really do like these. They're really pretty. And they actually do plump up my lips a little bit, so I'm holding on to those. And of course I saved the biggest section for last, but I think a lot of these I just need to say goodbye to because they are pretty old. Starting with Black Moon Cosmetics ones. The only one I'm keeping is this one. This is Sleepwalker. This is one of the best black liquid lipsticks I've ever tried. This is the newest one that I've owned from them, so I'm holding on to that one. But these ones I need to get rid of since I've had them since launch. But this one I think was called Moon or Lunar or something. No, Bones. This one's Bones. Beautiful, beautiful. Super pale. I need to rebuy this. This one was Harvest, the prettiest orange shade, and then this one is Wrath. I need to replenish these because these are absolutely gorgeous. Some of my favorites. They're just super old. Oh, Sugar Pill. I love Sugar Pill. Nurse, one of my favorite reds, but it's super old. Antisocial isn't that old, so I'm going to hold on to that one. It's more of a darker, deeper, like brownie red. Trifle is one of my favorites, but it's, again, super old. I'm going to pass on these two, Keepsake and Duchess, just because they are a little bit older. I have these two from Wet n Wild in Nudie Patootie and Rebel Rose. Gorgeous, but super old. This is from Beauty Bakery. This is in Ginger Snap. This color actually does not look that good on me, and this is a very, very long-lasting formula. Not my favorite, but not bad. And then this one is from Makeup Geek. This is the Plush Cream one. I just don't like it. It was okay. Not my favorite. I have two from Melt Cosmetics. One is in the shade Ginger and one is in the shade Fawn. I'm going to keep both of these because they are gorgeous colors. And these are from Lunar Beauty. I am actually going to keep all of these because I really like them. Dreamsicle is a really pretty corally color. This is a beautiful deeper red, and then this black is actually really good. It's a close second to Sleepwalker. I have a couple minis. This one I believe, yeah, this one's Makeup Geek in the shade Sangria. It's a lip glaze. It was okay. Color's pretty. Formula is okay. These two are from Dose of Colors, Stone and Truffle. I love Stone, but again, these are like really old. They were from a holiday set a couple years ago. And this is Patina from Stila. Beautiful shade. I just have not reached for it in the longest time. An Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Starling from ColourPop. Super old, and I don't think I was that much of a fan of the blotted lips. Kylie Cosmetics one in the shade Punk. Super old. I'm going to getting rid of that one. This is again from Dose of Colors and Katie and Desi. This is Hot Fire. I love this shade, but again, it's like 5 years old at this point. I have another Lunar Skies ones. Goodbye to that. And then this one's from Jouer Tawny Rose. Beautiful shade. Super old. This is Bow and Arrow from KVD. I recently purchased this one as a replacement. I love the shade. Definitely holding on to that one. I believe the last I have are my Anastasia ones. I quite enjoy the formulation of the Anastasia ones, but I do not reach for many of my liquid lipsticks anymore, so I'm only going to keep a handful of these. Catnip, one of my absolute favorites. Gonna hold on to that one. This one, this is in Heather's. It's a beautiful darker red. This one is in the shade Trouble. I am definitely keeping that one of my favorites. I'm gonna get rid of these two. They are the, what are they called? The lip stains. I just did not like the formulation on these. This one, Strawberry, one of my absolute favorite reds. I'm gonna hold on to that one. And of these, I think I'm going to keep this orange one. It's called Spicy, just because I don't really have anything left in my collection like that. And I'm going to keep this bright coral one. It's a red coral. Absolutely beautiful color. The rest of these, though, I'm going to get rid of, which would be Stripped, Allison, Pastel Coral, Neon Coral, and Grim. I really like Grim, but I feel like the formulation was different on Grim compared to the others. So those are the 6 Anastasia ones that I am keeping. And it's a struggle, but I got them all to fit, kinda, in one container. I'm super happy with this. I honestly don't really need to probably keep all of this, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that completes pretty much all of the lip products. Alright, and that is everything that I got rid of 6+ months ago. Went through a lot of stuff. These videos are kind of gonna be all over the place, and I'm slowly getting back into YouTube. So hopefully, if you like this video, you give it a like. If you're excited for more declutters, leave a like and comment, whatever you want to do. It's been a very long time. I don't know how to end these things. I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder because I don't know how I look. But yeah, I'm just gonna sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Bye!